Can you explain the verdict? Like, you guys didn't win, but you also didn't lose.
Yeah. Great question. I guess my interpretation of it is like, originally they're trying to sue us for $50 million, which is insane. It's insane.
That's great.
The idea that I had, I do not have anywhere close to 1/50th of that. Like, there's no, like, of course.
I gotta say, like, I watched the whole thing.
Yeah.
If there was $50 million to be had, there was $50 million being spent to keep it all operational. So the idea that that exists in any way, shape, or form outside of maybe in catalog, which, by the way, has proven to be diluted in value due to this fucking court case.
Yes. Well, part of their claim for that money was that they could have recast the band.
Bull.
With 5 other kids and had them sing all our songs, and they would have made that.
Because that would have worked.
But to validate that would be to purely invalidate the identity and personality in like the heartbeat that has kept the band operational.
Yeah.
And like this idea that like there's even a proven track record for that to be successful doesn't exist in cultural history ever. Outside of maybe,
their reference was Menudo. And, they're talking about this in court, like saying like, yeah, it would have been awesome. And like people do this all the time, and they pull up in the contract where it says that they can do that. And it's like, it was just tough. It was tough to sit there and deal with all that. And,
I'm so sorry.
But that all being said, we were trying to get, they were trying to sue us for $50 million. The jury found us liable for $4 total between all of us.
Did you pay your $1?
I literally Apple cashed the guy $1. Here you go, buddy. You got it.
Crazy.
So that feels like a win in a lot of ways. And then, I think the hardest pill to swallow is the fact that, they own everything. They own the band name. They own the rights to it. They own the rights to the music. And that's like, dang. Okay. Move on. Move forward. Looking forward, trying to figure out the next steps. And, we've had some conversations about maybe re-recording some stuff. So that's kind of exciting. And it probably wouldn't be under the name Why Don't We? But we'll see about that. Even had a little bit of a conversation about a reunion type thing. Cool. So we'll see. But there's hope for sure. It's not like, we can still perform the songs.
But just not under the name Why Don't We?
Correct.
You guys don't deserve what you went through.
Thanks.
And a part of me like kicks myself in the ass. I didn't realize that anybody behind this were pieces of shit. But to be fair, I wasn't really privy to the guy. And by the way, for sake of transparency, I was they like took emails in our interview as a part of the lawsuit, and I got served. And this has been going on in your life for years. Like, I think about the day I got served. That's 2 apartments ago. What the fuck? Like,
same. That was.
It's so nuts.
3 houses. Yeah, I'm like,
what?
I
remember forever. It was December 27th. It's it's just it's been a burden in your life, and for it to have any sort of closure is a blessing.
It is.
But I'm sure you thought a lot about how this would end. Is this the outcome you were expecting, or is this a surprise?
It wasn't the outcome that I was hoping for. I imagined us all, celebrating, saying, oh my gosh, we finally get to own everything, But that, it's fine. Yeah. It doesn't always work out how you hope for, and it definitely could be worse. Definitely could be worse. So I'm glad to be past it, looking forward, I mean, next year we're going to have the 10-year anniversary of the beginning of the band.
Whoa.
So I'm like, if there's ever a time to like do something, it could be on the 10-year.
By the way, things don't happen to you, they happen for you. And like, people need identity. And a part of who you are as a being, no matter what group you're in, is lost. Especially when you are doing it at such formidable time in your life.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, so much of who you are becomes, 1, the people around you because you are the company you keep. But 2, like, you have this different sense of self as it's a unit. So you have catching up to do as a human being.
Absolutely.
Or you had it.
Yeah, I really struggled with that, I would say. I think 2023 was probably the hardest year of my life in a lot of ways. Like, just coming out of the band, and like, I felt like I lost everything. I felt like I lost my built-in community, my identity, my sense of self, like, was hopping on the plane to wherever we're going and impacting kids and doing all this stuff, and that was all just gone. And it was really tough to kind of process that. I'd run out of money, which was like, you know, they cut
terrifying.
off. Yeah, and so like, I was living at the studio that I was recording some of the stuff at on a mattress, just with some of my stuff around me, and like drinking way too much and just like trying to escape, not think about this. And that was tough. It was not easy, and I think the way that I kind of pushed through that was just like, I think the biggest thing actually was talking about it and getting sober. I've been over a year sober now.
Congratulations.
Which feels great. Thank you.
You should be really proud.
Yeah, that feels like probably the most impactful decision that I've made